Hello, I'm here. And now I was had to do a lot of other things, apart from talking about Connery, Sean Connery that is, and other things. I decided, well, I've done two of the Bond movies, sort of one, that being Never Say Never Again. The reason why I do that is because is it a Bond or is it not? And Thunderball, which could say technically that Never Say Never Again was a remake. But now I decided to do what was originally, believe it or not, originally was going to be Sean Connery's last Bond film. Originally, that was going to be You Only Live Twice. Nope, it wasn't Diamonds Are Forever or Never Say Never Again. It was You Only Live Twice. Because during 1966, Sean Connery on an interview on a show announced that the next Bond movie he would do would be his last, and he wanted to do other today roles in other acting roles without being signed up to doing any more Bond films. So originally, You Only Live Twice was going to be the last Bond film. Now, I do know originally the famous scene would have really shocked the audience back in 1967 when you see Bond in bed with a Chinese beautiful woman. He gets knocked over the bed, everybody must have seen it, and he got shot, and then you think he's dead. Well, originally, people saw that probably on newspapers and on other covers, because originally Connery announced that this was going to be his last Bond film. A lot of people would have thought, shit, James Bond gets killed? But no, as we all know now, when an actor leaves the role, a new actor takes over. How many actors have played Bond? But at the end of the day, because Connery was the first, people thought at that era, when Connery did that famous scene where the bed tips over, he sees him die, so and shooting him up, and you see him lying down dead, you thought he was fucking brown bed, that his character is dead, which he wasn't. And with the name You Only Live Twice, it's a giveaway. Let's not forget the beautiful song sung by Nancy Sinatra, You Only Live Twice. I love that song. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. And Nancy Sinatra, over the years, she got sick of hearing it, even though it was her own song, because you hear it that many times and you sing it that many times, it just started to get a bit fucking boring. But I still love the song. It was a beautiful song. I love the design of it, when you got the beautiful Chinese girls and the bowing down, you've got a bit of Faye and you've got Nancy Sinatra in the opening. You only live room. I will do a shitty job doing it, so I'm not going to try. But it's a beautiful song. She definitely is talented. And basically, if you've all seen Bond films, you find out Bond isn't dead. Basically, he's faked his own death. And as the film goes on, you've got Chinese assassins starting to kill him. My only issue is there's a scene in the film where basically he pretends to be Chinese. Why, I don't fucking know. Because I tend to find the guy killing more when he's fucking Chinese. So that was a shitty disguise. But I do love the opening, because when it starts, it doesn't stop. To me, for a Bond movie from the 1960s, this had to be my favourite of the Bond films. I think this one was the best for action on the 60s. Think about it. You got the scene after he fakes his death, bit of talking in a submarine, which is the first time you never see him in the M's office. And it's just action, 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 right from the get-go. He's fighting this big Chinese guy. Manages to kick the shit out of him. He kills a Chinese assassin. He sees a guy called Tanaka. One of the informers, who's funny enough plays Blofeld 2 years later, that being, well, 71 I should say, Diamonds Are Forever, which was Connery's last Bond film. He gets stabbed in the back, and it's just action all the way through it. And I do actually like the one who plays Tiger. He always calls him Bonson. Oh, it's funny. It says, now, Bonson, this is only for kids. Dye my hair doctor out. And I'm thinking, why the fuck? It must be the way Chinese people talk. I don't know. But I always find it funny he called him Bonson, because this Chinese guy looks about the same age as what Sean Connery was back then. He was about the same fucking age. And he's gone in Bond's son. I thought it was sad when the Chinese dude died and she got poisoned because she felt there was a love scene between Connery, Bond that is, and her. And it makes me sad really that this wasn't the last Connery film, because I do like Diamonds Are Forever, but if it comes to ratings, I'd say that was Afrid's. It was an Afrid's Bond. I don't hate it, but I'm not mad on it. But I say Afrid's. This, it had a lot going for it. It really did have a lot going for it. You've got the beautiful car with the word Sona. As far as you can get done for fucking Selwyn there. But not in my Bond movies, I always noticed they had the word Sony in it. I'm thinking, they must have had there to missing to have Sony on it. And you've got the scene where the fucking car gets lifted up and you've got Bond's one-liners, which I do love. Just a drop in the ocean. And there was a scene where he was originally, we're going to use the line in Thunderball, where he gets a girl, whips a bit of a top off, but we're going to show a lot because of the rating and the era when the film come out, but you've got the idea. And he says that line, the things I do for England. Which I find is funny because originally he was going to use that line in Thunderball, the scene with the Bond girl, the bad Bond girl. You know, the one with the nice... Well, he was going to do a scene there where he was going to freak with her, and he actually said that line. It was even used in some of the 65 trailers. But for some reason it was cut and deleted out. But I'm happy to say it was put in this Bond film. You Only Live Twice. The things I do for England. I love it. I just love it. I love the rocket, what eats off of rockets. Brilliant effect for that time. I thought it looked really good. Yeah, you could say it's over the top, but compared to fucking firing eggs like fucking Sardos, I could buy that more. And John Bessence. How can I forget John Bessence? The guy from the Halloween films, if I pronounce his name right. John Bessence, I think his name was. The first time we got to see Blofeld, and it's just the same that he never paid, that John Bessence never paid Blofeld again in any of the Bond films. Thackeray in the next Bond film. Yeah, he's there. He's not bad. I don't hate the guy. You know what I mean? May he rest in peace. Same as John Bessence. But I just felt he was Blofeld. He had the star on his face. And you could buy Blofeld being fucking weird. You know what I mean? He's choking a fucking pussy in every fucking Bond movie. I'm not talking about the female side of it. I'm talking about meow meow pussy. Right? So I could buy him being this weird guy with a star. And, you know what I mean? So I like John Bessence. I like him as an actor. Who knows? I might talk about these films one day. You know, I liked him in all the Halloween films when he played Dr. Humors. You know, I bet he'd do some death scene in it where he chops a woman in piranha-infested waters before he even had the film Piranha. Which to me, I felt that was more fucking bloodier than the 78 piranhas. And I just love the way that he's disguised himself. He's doing martial arts. And to me, it's like James Bond meets Bruce Lee. Think about it, he's disguised himself. The first time you see ninjas, you see kung fu. And this was before you ever had martial art films. And it was done in You Only Live Twice. He's about to disarm a rocket, presses the button, nukes the rocket, saves the fucking day. And I dilute it. It's just the same, you know, years later he did another one because I felt You Only Live Twice was ideal to be Connery's last Bond film. But it's still a dud for what it is, and I like it. Like the song, Nancy Sinatra's song, You Only Live Twice. And for 1967, I think it's a dud. Other than that, everyone, I dilute that. You Only Live Twice, in my eyes, is one of my favourite Bond movies, just like Thunderball. And for that, I'm going to give it a 12-star rating because it's a damn dud. And there's no faults in You Only Live Twice. So now, I'm going to You Only chill out. Until then, see you later.